Here we are today at the Food Jam Festival near Falmouth in Cornwall. This is pretty amazing. Loads of really nice places to eat. Loads of nice organic beers over there. There's nice organic ice creams over there with some real special ingredients. Just absolutely perfect. And there is family yoga for those that wish to try it. And if you fancied learning some circus skills, then you could. Trying a bit of Diablo here and still got it. And there's my beautiful daughter Daisy. Daisy loved making popcorn with Victoria from Nature and Me. And I found somewhere to chill, which was nice.
Welcome to our little introduction to foraging. My name's Matt. I've been teaching foraging for about 6 years, I think, 5-6 years. I've been foraging most of my life. Kind of a strange situation. I was quite lucky to come from a poor family, which meant we turned all of our garden over to fruit and veg. And I would go out shooting and foraging with my dad and fishing and that kind of thing. So going to school with holes in my trousers, but organic salad and pheasant sandwiches in my lunchbox. Beauty of foraging is it gets you into seasonal eating as well. We're hearing a lot more about seasonal eating. I like to teach sustainable foraging for 2 reasons. Firstly, sustainable means that if we've got a nice patch of something, we don't take too much, we can come back the next year and it's still going to be there, and we're going to be able to enjoy harvesting that. So if I go out and I'm foraging, say, rock samphire on the coast, and I can see that someone else has been along there picking, I tend to move along and find another patch to pick from, because we want it to be all come back. The other reason I teach sustainable foraging is safe foraging. Let me just get an example for you a moment. So, when we sustainably forage, we tend to take a leaf at a time. So a little leaf from here, a little leaf from there, and then we can check it when we put it in our basket or our bag, make sure that we're not inadvertently picking anything poisonous, which is what happened last year and the year before. We've had 2 cases, so I help admin quite a few Facebook groups for plant ident and foraging. We had a family put up some symptoms. They'd all been in hospital that night. They've been out picking wild garlic, and understandably they got excited, and they grabbed handfuls of the wild garlic and threw it in their basket, went home, chopped it all up, ran it through a potato salad, and that night they were all violently sick. We could work out from their symptoms that they had ingested a leaf called arum, this is the berry stem for it. It's also known as Lords and Ladies, Cuckoo Pint, Preacher in the Pulpit. It's got a whole stack of common names, which is one of the reasons why a lot of us foragers use the scientific names for plants to get clarity on what we're looking at. Typically with arum, if you were to have a nibble, you'd know about it straight away. Your mouth would be burning, it'd be on fire for about 24 hours, 48 hours in some cases. But because they chopped it and ran it through a salad, they were all able to ingest enough for it to get into their digestive system and give them serious pains. It actually has tiny little crystals in it that stab at your cell structure. So sustainable foraging is safe foraging. So always go out when you're picking, you take a leaf at a time. The young leaves of this can be mistaken for wild garlic and can also be mistaken for sorrel, common sorrel, Ruminex acetosa. So that's sustainable and safe foraging. You've all had a nice little lecture on that. So hopefully when you go out foraging, you'll practice safe and sustainable foraging as well. Right, let's go see what we can find. If I teach anything that's medicinal, I tend to teach things that have been proven in a lab or by doctors, not just based on old wives' tales. I'm not saying that old wives' tales aren't true. Some of them do have elements of truth about them. But yeah, ribwort plantain, found in grassland, open places. You don't find it in the middle of the woods or in the hedges. It tends to be out in the middle. Got the distinctive ribs on the back. Looks like the ribs on your abdomen there. And what we want to do with this, if you get bitten by a horsefly today, which I think some of you will because they're out and about, or stung by a stinging nettle, you take this leaf, you crush it up. I usually give it a chew. that gets the juices going, and then you can rub it onto your bite or your sting. Because in a lab, they've shown that this contains antihistamines, it has anti-inflammatory properties, and it also potentially has a property a bit like aloe vera in that it will help cell regeneration and speed up recovery. So it can be put on minor abrasions as well. Last year, I teach the chefs from Jamie Oliver's 15 every year, take them out once a year, and one of the girls got bit by a horsefly on the neck, and we treated her with this. And within about 15-20 minutes there was no swelling, the itching had stopped, and she was just left with a pinprick. I will say is you need to get to that horsefly bite as soon as possible. I got bit at the end of the day yesterday and didn't notice for a while, and that then swelled up. I've been treating it with this, it stopped the itching, but the swelling hasn't gone because I got to it too late. So as soon as you get bitten by a horsefly today, grab one of these, rub it on that wound, or if you get stung by a nettle, or put some in your pockets right now as well. I encourage that usually at the start of a foraging walk. I try and find this right at the start so everyone's got their own little first aid kit with them to hand. You might recognise the seed heads as well. There's a knack, I can't do it. Kids do like a lasso and ping them off at each other. If you can find yourself a seed head in this condition, this is a new seed head, not a fluffy one, have a look around, feel free to have a nibble. It has a lovely chestnut mushroom flavour. You'll notice if you ever come on a foraging walk with me, I do a lot of alcohol infusions, and I love to stick this in bourbon. I grow it at home, and what I do is I root crop it at home, so I dig it up, I take a few roots and I replant it, and bash those up and put those in a nice bottle of bourbon and let it mature for a few months, and you get that lovely sort of clove hint to it. Another useful one for the zombie apocalypse, if you're on the run and you get toothache, if you chew on that it will numb your gums and actually provide you with a little bit of pain relief. There we go. To identify it, wood avens, its favourite habitat is fringes, so it's always on the edges. It likes a bit of shade and a bit of sunlight. You won't find it in the middle of the woods, and you won't find it out in the middle of the field. And then to identify it, because bear in mind with foraging, we're looking at wild plants. We're used to seeing things in the shop that are very uniform and the same. In the wild, they've got different conditions, so you might find one that's a certain shape there, and it might be a slightly different shape over there. It might be taller or bigger because it's got more nutrients or more light. So we just have to bear that in mind when we're identifying plants. So we've got the seed head, we've got the little yellow flower with 5 yellow petals, and then the leaf structure, where it joins the main stem, we have 2 leaflets opposite each other, like that, and then it ends in what we call trifoliate. So 1, 2, 3. Some wood avens, those are quite separated, like they've been torn a bit. Others, they're really joined up. So 3 on the end, 2 at the flowering stem, the little burr-like seed head, and then because I've uprooted that, we'll give it a hand. I don't mind uprooting this one, by the way. It's really common. It's absolutely everywhere. So nettles have gone to seed now. There's two thoughts on nettles in seed. The leaf can contain a crystalline structure that's similar to what's found in kidney stones. So some people avoid eating nettles once they've gone to seed. I've read one study that said it can contribute, and I've read another study that said you just digest it and they pass through. So a lot of us foragers, we think that perhaps if you have a weakened kidney or you already suffer a bit from kidney stones, that might contribute to it, so tend to avoid. So I leave that up to other people if they want to eat them when they're in seed. These ones have really gone over now, so they're quite tough, and I'm not interested in the leaves for making soup. What I am interested in though is the nettle seeds. These are hanging down here, and they've been shown to boost your adrenal gland. They give you a nice little pick-me-up. When I pick them, the stem where it joins, there tends to be a few stinging hairs just there. The nettle sting is a hollow hair with acid in it. So I tend to pinch them out off the tips like that, and then eat them. So feel free to grab some and have a little nibble if you want.